Well, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing another English Lightboard video, and this topic for today is subject-verb agreement. My name is Daniel Love. I work at St. Polytechnic in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. If you ever get a chance to come to Calgary, I'm sure you will enjoy the Rocky Mountains and the prairies and the variety of scenery that we have in this beautiful area of Canada. So today's topic is about subject-verb agreement. Now you may say, okay, what on earth is subject-verb agreement? Well, every sentence has a subject, a verb, and an object. Or sometimes it just has a subject and a verb. So we want to make sure that the subject and the verb agree with each other. Now, before I get into the details of this, let's just take a look at one example sentence. And this sentence, because Alberta has farmers, the biggest industry in Alberta is, of course, oil and gas, which is having problems at the time. But the industry that's been here the longest has been the agricultural industry. And I'd like to give an example sentence about farmers. Okay. So here's the first sentence. Okay. The farmer works long hours. Okay, so here we have our sentence. The farmer works long hours. Now looking at the sentence, which word is the subject in the sentence? Okay, yes, it is the word farmer. This is our subject. And which word is the verb in the sentence? Okay, right, yes, it's the word works. So, the farmer works long hours. Now, I'd like to get another sentence for you where the subject is plural. So, in this sentence here, the farmer works long hours. The farmer, he or she, works long hours. Now, let's look at another example sentence where the subject is plural. So, the farmers work long hours. So again, our subject is farmers. And our verb is work. Now, notice the difference here. Here, farmers, it's more than one farmer. It's 2, 3, 4, maybe 20, 30, 100. So they work long hours. The farmers work long hours. So again, in the first example, the subject is singular. It's one farmer. In the second example, the farmers, they work long hours. So there's two little secrets, actually 3 secrets I'm going to give you about helping you with subject-verb agreement. Now, the first secret is to remember the subject is the king or the queen. Okay. They are the top authority. Okay. So just think of the subject as the king or the queen. And in a king or queen or emperor environment, the king is always right. And the people who live under the authority of the king or queen, they must agree with the king or the queen. So, if the subject, who is the king, is singular, the verb must bow and agree with the king or the queen. And if the subject is plural, then the verb needs to agree with the king, bow and be obedient to the king. So this is an interesting way to help you to remember subject-verb agreement. The king is singular, the verb must be singular. If the king is plural, or the subject is plural, I should say, then the verb must be plural. Now, you may say, oh, okay, now what's this next step here? What is singular plural? Okay, let's take a look at that a little more closely. I'll get a different color pen this time. So, let's just take the verb work. Let's take a look at this one. Now, in English, there's we call first person, second person, and third person singular, and first person and second person plural. So I'm just going to draw a little chart for you to help you to get a grasp of this concept. So we have first person, and second person, and third person. And then, let's make our chart complete here. And then we have singular, so for first person singular, we would say, I work. What would it be for a second person? Okay, it's, yeah, you work. And for third person, yeah, she, he, or it works. Now notice that something happens on the third person. What's different with the verb here? Yes, there's a little s there. And this is where that little problem occurs. We say the problem of the little s. Third person singular, we need to put an s on it. And this is where we need to make sure that there we have it. So the farmer, he, she, works. There we have the proper agreement. Now, let's look at the plural form of these verbs. So the plural, first person plural, means we. We work. Oops, wrong color. And second person plural, okay, it's the same as the first person. It's you work. But this you is a little different. You means one person. You means a group of you people over there. You. And then the third person is, yes, they work. Yeah, so there we have our chart about singular and plural. So I work, you work, he, she, it works. Plural, we work, you work, and they work. And again, notice the singular third person has that little s on the end. So remember this little secret. The king, or the subject, is the king. The verb must always bow to the king and agree with the king. Okay, so if the king is singular, the verb must be singular. Okay, so the farmer, he, she, it, I guess not it, he, she works. Okay, and the farmers, they work. So try to remember these little things to help you with the subject-verb agreement. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.